But what's interesting was at my Comedy Central roast that John Stamos was the roast master, and all of the comedians, and that's where beloved Norm Macdonald did his very memorable non-roasty tribute of doing.
No, he was reading joke from a joke book.
He said, "Saget, I'm going to do jokes from the '40s." And I went, "I don't know." I said, "Say fuck once in a while." "I don't want to do that. I don't want to make fun of you. You're my friend." And I went, I got roasted on Comedy Central. I'm going to go all over the place because I can't. I don't know what else to do. This is me just saying I love Norm. When I got roasted, I talked to him a week before the roast, and he called me and he said, Saget, I can't, this is a bad impression. I can't help but do it, though. Saget, I can't say mean things about you. You're my friend. I don't even want to do it, but I'm going to do it because it's you. And so at the roast, he called me a week out and said, I'm just going to read jokes from a 40s joke book. And I said, Norm, that's fine. I mean, you know what you're doing, but you got to curse. I don't want to do that. I said, well, just throw in an arbitrary fuck now and then. Nah, I'm not going to do that. And then you get to the roast. And okay, so what you see usually with the extended cut, which is not what it is. It's just everything about Norm is the big lie.
Bob, you have a lot of well-wishers here tonight, and a lot of them would like to throw you down one, a well. They want to murder you in a well. Seems a little harsh, but apparently they want to murder you in a well. It says here on this card.
There's a 20-minute version. There's 20 minutes of footage where the people that were there know what happened in the room. Half of them did and half of them didn't because they didn't know what was going on because they didn't get it. But he was just taking the shot at doing, and people are like, this was the most brilliant thing, and it was. But a great stand-up, and Norm was one of the greatest ever, knows that they're not going to, bombing is not, doesn't matter. And that's what was fearless and beautiful about him, because bombing is just part of the art, part of the performance of it. And if you can offend people and get laughs, then you're in some kind of real special ethos.
No, I think that Bob should join the Ku Klux Klan. And that's not because he's racist. He's not racist. It's just that he'd look a lot better with a hood over his head on account of his face.
He was doing that by reading these jokes, and then there were about 8 minutes that it was quiet, and that made you don't see the comedians laughing harder, but all of my friends. That's the idea of that roast, was as horrible as some of the things that were said because it's a roast, and it was a different time. But Norm, of course, chose the path of dignity, and did jokes, and we were laughing on the phone the week before that he would hold the cards up to his head and do Johnny, to the face like a cauliflower.
No, but Bob has a beautiful face like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower. No offense, but your face looks like a cauliflower.
But we were doing all that stuff because he idolized Johnny, as all of us did. And so they cut out the part that was bombing, and but it did. I would have loved to have seen the whole damn thing. I think the roast should have just been a bunch of people doing a bunch of horrible dick jokes and wow, some really wrong stuff on there, right? But it was funny for a lot of people. It's really split how you look at stuff from years ago, and people know what funny is. And Norm did the most brilliant thing, and I was so excited when he said, I said, you got a fucking dog face. And that if you look at the thing, I don't like looking at myself, and who does? But I like looking at me. But when he said that, that's when I was like, yeah, come on, start cursing. Just throw in arbitrary curses, because at that point he was digging out of a hole. That's what he was doing. But
straight to the heart. I went a long time acting like I wasn't broken apart by you.
How fucking brilliant. Because it was so anti-roast. Because he didn't want to roast his friend. And he also didn't want to do a roast. So there's, it was a good toss-up whether he was doing it because he didn't want to hurt his friend, and also he didn't want to do a roast. He didn't love the form. He didn't mind listening to the old ones, but he wasn't equipped mentally or care enough to make fun of someone. It just, it seemed like okay, that's the joke. Making fun of somebody. Oh, great format. So, of course, he's reading the sports section while the other comedians are doing their stuff, and that it's just, it's brilliance. It's an Andy Kaufman type thing, or anybody who knows what comedy is and doing some kind of, it's just Norm. It's just Norm. It's what he found funny.
Bob Saget directed Norm MacDonald's movie Dirty Work. Yeah. A move that transformed Norm MacDonald into a star, Buck's employee.
And then at the end, and I thought about, do I play it on here right now? And the answer is no. You can watch it. You can see it. I mean, at the end of the thing, he got emotional, and he doesn't mean to do it. He doesn't know what he's going to say, and he doesn't do it that often.
Bob, honestly, has never had an unkind word for anybody, and I love him, and I hope everybody else does, so I just want to say that. Thank you.
He told me, he loved me, and he told me publicly, and I loved him, and I love him.
Which brings us to two notable comedians and two friends of Gilbert's. And Gilbert, you might have to do the driving on this one. Let's start with the late, great Norm.
Yeah, I remember doing Norm's podcast. And, as always, it turned with any of my comic friends who would turn like deranged. Mm-hmm. And he was very funny with that. He'd always talk with like a sneer, it's like, and I remember right after, I put that photo up a few times. It's one of my favorite photos. Afterwards, after doing Norm's show, Norm and I joined Jeff Ross and, of course, Bob Saget.
Yeah.
And I remember that being a night of just nonstop laughs.
You could tell even from the still photo that you guys were ripping it up.
Yeah, it was just so much fun.
Truly original. I never met him. It's funny. I'm in comedy a long time, and I know a million comedians, and I've gotten to work with a million comedians, and for some reason our paths never crossed. And we wanted to get him on this show, Gil, as you know.
Yes.
And he was Norm. So he was strangely strangely hard to pin down, or non-committal, or could do it and then couldn't do it. And
I don't really know. I know I'm working.
One of the truly great comic minds, though, and that his last appearance on Letterman, where he got so emotional, and in ways it sounds corny. I felt I knew him through his work, and obviously a lot of mutual friends. That Letterman appearance, really.
Gil, your appearance on his podcast, that whole podcast was so good. It was so funny.
Yeah, let's not diminish that, Gilbert. It made history, your appearance, and also the Einstein episode.
Yeah.
With Norm.
Yeah, I remember when I was on Norm's podcast afterwards, I just felt like I ran a marathon. It was just got crazier and crazier.
Netflix owns that show now, and they're not available to the public, unfortunately, and they're sitting on them. Hopefully one day it would be great if that podcast was re-released, because
there's that Bob Einstein episode is also legend.
Yep.
What can you say about the guy? I mean, a really rare, truly original comic voice.
Really,
and I love
such
Kurt
a
Ferguson
loss.
more than life itself.
He, by the way, Norm's book, based on a true story, not a memoir, which is so funny. The audio book, he narrates it. So if you miss Norm and you've never heard him reading his book, it's brilliant.
Now I got to get it. Yeah, I regret never meeting the man. And Gilbert, I'm glad you had such wonderful times with him.
Yes, he was a lot of fun.
It's a big loss. It's a loss for this
podcast,
just
like a total smartass.
Yeah, I wish our paths had crossed.
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had. I wish that it would come around.
So let's move on to Bob. Last but not least, which was a blow and not expected. And I will say that I had just reached out to Bob. We just recorded our 400th episode a couple of days ago, Gilbert and I reached out to Bob and I said, will you come and do this with us? And he said, I think I'm on a plane that night. And we were going back and forth and trying to arrange something. And then I sent him the link, which has been shared online. I sent him the link to Don Rickles' estate auction. Did you see that?
They I bid on a couple things.
You bid on a couple of things?
And I got none of them.
Bob's face was on a couple of items that, like there was pictures of them together and a poster or something. And I said, hey, you might want to bid on some of these things. And he wrote me back and he said, this just makes me sad, actually. And he said, but life goes on. And I had said to my wife, I have to call Bob. I have to text Bob. We moved the date of the 400th episode, and I got a phone call from my sister-in-law probably 20 minutes later telling me she just heard that he was gone. It was very shocking, and still is.
I had just spoken to Bob like a few days before he died. And we were on the phone, and as always, the minute anything turned at all sincere or serious, we turn it to just complete filth and make it perverse, and it was always fun. And it was like, I always remember, like, when the Aristocrats came out, people were saying, can you believe Bob Saget talks like that? And to people who knew him, they say, we couldn't believe he could speak any other way.
It wasn't Danny Tanner.
No.
I didn't know him that well. I certainly didn't know him as well as Gilbert. But but that was part of him. But there was such a gentleness to the guy.
Yes.
Too. I mean, his humor was so edgy and so dark and so it could be so scatological, as you'll hear because we're rerunning the second episode that we did with him. But he didn't want to injure. He didn't want to hurt anybody. He was very, very, very sensitive guy. Did he always tell you that he loved you before he hung up the phone, Gilbert?
Yes.
As Dara shared with me, there was a real kindness to him that you couldn't miss.
And I remember I got a call from Jeff Ross who said, sad news, Bob Saget died. And I swear, I thought, this is going to be a funny, sick joke. And I said, okay. And I was waiting for the punchline. And then he said, no, seriously, he died. And I still have a hard time grasping that.
It's a gut punch. It really is. You Gilbert you made the rounds. You went on CNN. You went on television. You said some lovely things about him. But is 65. I mean, it's too young. It's too big a loss for.
And it seemed like he was another
people.
one starting out again. Like he did a live show.
Yeah.
And he was really excited to be getting back to live performing. And
going back to the second podcast with him, and he started that podcast, Bob Saget's Here For You. And it did seem like he was entering another phase of his career and another phase of his life. It seemed like he was more wistful and trying more to be of service. I mean, he was, that's why he was pleasant to be around. There really was no show business at all to the guy.
Yeah.
And he struck me, again, didn't know him well, but he struck me as also having a sadness about him. Do you think that, Gil, did you feel that?
Yeah.
A depth and a sadness about him.
And he also, he had two sisters who died.
Yeah, that's right.
One from scleroderma, which was a charity he did loads of work for.
Yes, to his credit.
And see, there's another thing that shows that what I've always said about comedy and tragedy. He made, I remember being with him a few times where he made jokes about his sister. Really deranged stuff. But then you see, he loved his sister.
Of course.
And his family was totally traumatized by it. But he could just be completely sick. I think if you could communicate with the dead and get in touch with Bob Saget, he would make completely bad taste jokes about his own death. He was that kind. He would just really
staying true to his art to the end.
Yes.
To the bitter end. It's a big loss for us personally, for Gilbert and Jeff and Stamos and obviously a lot of his friends and fans.
And I put up a photo too. I was on the beach with Jeff, and we're holding up a phone, and on the phone is Bob Saget, because we're sitting on the beach and said, "Hey, let's call Bob."
I saw the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much else we can add. Rest in peace, Bob.
Earlier today, the biggest auction ever of Beatles memorabilia took place in Tokyo. Among the one-of-a-kind items on the block were Paul McCartney's birth certificate, a white Mercedes-Benz owned by John Lennon, and rarest of all, a photo of George Harrison not looking haggard. Have you ever seen one when you think about it? In a recent interview, Paul McCartney confessed that Bob Dylan turned the Beatles on to marijuana. In return, George Harrison turned Dylan on to looking old and haggard.
I've never seen a picture of George Harrison not haggard. He's somewhere, he's be-haggard. He's like beleaguered and haggard. Like he's haggard with a beleaguered
Be-haggard?
Yeah.
Have you ever been with a porno girl?
Yes.
A professional pornography person?
Several times, yes.
Oh, several times. And how does that... See, that would intimidate me because I would think... You know how when you're in bed sometimes and you're like, you're doing something that you think you invented? Have you ever done that? And then she...
I did invent them. I'm still thinking that.
I believe it.
because oftentimes it might have just been the pornographer's girl's husband that actually invented it.
Well, I don't know that the spouses of people in pornography are sexual pioneers. I imagine that they are like shuffling little eunuchs in the sex. They've married a person who's working in pornography.
Yeah.
If you're prepared to make that Faustian pact, where are you psychologically?
Yeah, well, you go out with them.
This is a casual interchange. That's like, I'm making more of a commitment to you by sitting here. So I mean, it's not
but
like,
is it a
let's go on
challenge
a
to you?
voyage. Yes, but like for me, look, what you got to think of, Don't see sex as some treacherous, deceitful, grubby little act. It can be that. But see it instead as, I see it as a beautiful confluence. And them women in pornography, if you treat them very, very, very lovingly and graciously, it awakens within them. In addition to their skill and their willingness to experiment, there's an incredible, I don't know, joie de vivre, an incredible libido in its literal sense, life force that you can be accessed. I don't think be intimidated sexually unless it's by some sort of strata of being you don't typically want to have sex with, like a cow or a camel or, in my case, a man.
Yes.
You know, that would be intimidating for me. I don't know how all of the orifices work.
Yeah. I think that's exactly the same.
With a camel.
Yeah. Well, I'm an old chunk of coal. I'm near 50.
Uh-huh.
I'm on the same Viagra dosage that they give to the donkey at the second show in Tijuana. That's what my doctor told me. I envy you because you're a more enlightened person. See, I think of sex as a shameful, filthy act.
Catholic, are you?
No.
Oh, where have you picked this up?
I grew up that way, and
out on the farm, watching animals doing it in rural Canada.
Sow,
a moose being ransacked against some timber.
Sow.
They listen.
We were pig farmers.
They're not gracious creatures when it comes to conjugal matters. I recently had an interaction.
Worst oral sex you could imagine.
Horrible gums, sort of yellowing molars. I would never engage in sex with anything porcine. I see once. I went round a friend's house. They had a pig. They thought it was an angle.
Yeah.
I go. It's like, they goes, "Oh, the pig's coming out," and I could hear it. So this sort of desperate respiratory announcements preceded its arrival. It come out. Blind it was, shuffled out at me, and they went with a pig, and you'll know this being from the world of pig farming. They said never take a step back once that pig comes out, otherwise the pig owns the hierarchical status between the two of you.
Yeah.
In fact, take a step towards the pig. Never did I deny my nature more, I'm a vegetarian, than stepping towards this unholy looking creature.
It is.
I did it anyway.
It is an unholy creature, for God's sake. Jesus threw the demons in them and let them go over the cliff. I once saw a video, and I don't search out these videos, but you know when guys show them to you, they go, "You'll want to see this," and you're like, Jesus, and then there's no one seeing it, you know. But it was a guy a pig having sex with a lady.
I've seen that.
And
they have prehensile penises, don't they? Like corkscrews.
Yeah.
It's like their penis is its own independent entity trying to get away from the pig, which all of us can identify with. Ghastly little
But
creature.
I felt sorry for the pig, because here's the pig having sex with a beautiful woman, then they throw him back in the sty, you know? You know what I'm saying?
It's like a cruel thing to do. It's like the midpoint of trading places. It's a very unfair thing to do that.
Do you actually think that they would like a man's sperm?
A human
being's sperm? A woman?
Well, who?
A woman.
A woman would like a man's sperm? Well, yeah, she's been biologically programmed
in her
through
mouth?
millennia. Not necessarily through her mouth, but I think there's a point where a little bit of deviation from the linear realms of sex is okay, mate. But when you sort of take a big radical turn,
but in your mouth, like, isn't that stuff like living? Isn't that like those animals, little tiny tadpoles or something?
I didn't know it was going to have to get this deep. All right, then. Yeah, they're like little tadpoles. But, like, you know, the cells in the woman's mouth, the woman's basically the same genetic material as us anyway. I mean, it's only a confluence, an interaction of mammalian material. Now, you could argue, well, so is it with the pig. But there's an important 1 or 2% of genetic difference that I think has to be observed in conjugal matters between species. That's my position.
I agree with you completely.
But a human being, I think
What do you think is wrong?
Wrong in
more wrong. What do you think is more wrong? Having sex with a child, human being, or an adult pig?
Like, you've got to do one. That's the
You got to
options.
do one. Yeah, you're on a deserted
it's
island.
It's not me. It's some hypothetical
you're
person.
You're on a deserted
island
Brand with a single
elevated.
tree.
It's not me. It's this person called Doug.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Doug is on this island.
Doug is on a...
Do it with... Look, I won't have sex with a child because I think the pig may not be as bothered as a child. I think it could have huge psychological impact on the child. So out of compassion, I would advise Doug to do it with the pig and to leave the child alone because of the potential psychological impact. Even though the child's on a bloody island anyway, that's going to mess him up, all that Robinson Crusoe crap.
How old are you?
Well, hold on a minute, that's non sequitur.
What kind of erection do you have?
Hold on a second, mine's marvellous. But let's say
because mine is bendy. This is my problem. Everything's going well with the lady.
Yes, you've got.
And I have my
That's my erection, gorgeous, straight, little bit of a swan turn towards the back, which helps with the G spot. That I can manage that using techniques.
G spot. You can actually find that.
Mate, what are you doing in that bedroom? What are you getting up to?
I can't have the clitoris, the G-spot. I couldn't even find a guy's balls if I had to.
Well, you don't need to do that, mate. You're not determined to on accounts of your predilections, but you've got to know how their equipment works.
Yeah, I just guess.
I can help you out.
How would you do that?
I just give you some basic techniques, some basics,
right? And I get the mood going.
The mood's going.
I have 4 covers and a big quilt. And then,
well, I'm getting hard.
I turn
with your big Snoopy bed.
I don't have a Snoopy bed. I have
4 covers and a quilt.
No, I have one of those beds that go like it's actually sexy. It moves
it's like
up
the
and
Walton's
down.
House. What is it?
Then I get the mood.
Who wrote your house? John Steinbeck.
Then I get the mood going. I turn down the lights till it's Stygian black. And then I climb underneath the covers. I lay on top of the lady for 4 or 5 minutes. And she doesn't seem to enjoy it.
No, it sounds like an assault. It's like
but one time I tried this animalistic approach where, the lady is on her hands and knees. You know that?
Yeah.
That position?
I do know it.
Yeah. Named after a dog. Like,
rather reductive.
A what?
It's reductive. Could be anything that's got 4 legs.
Yes, exactly.
Couldn't it?
Exactly. Anyways, I go to put my cock in, and it starts bending. It's
which direction?
Well, I have a kind of long cock, but
Congratulations.
But it's not thick. Turns out they only enjoy thick ones. But so it goes like this. Then
just
it bends.
Just like a pencil. It feels like a medical exam.
Have you seen like when an inchworm? It's more than an inch. But when a 12.5-inch worm goes like.
I don't know this creature, Norm.
Because your erection is banging on your belly every morning, whereas when you reach my age, I'm an old chunk of coal. I'm 49. I'm damn near 50. I've seen more sunsets than I'm going to see. Let's be honest.
Yesterday night, because I'm trying to get into fitness, so for the past 2 days, I was doing those weights and all that stuff. So then I was like, yeah, I'm going to run. And then I looked on the computer about running, and they said barefoot running was good.
Yep.
So I barefoot ran on this sidewalk, and then I cut my foot, and then I had to walk back like a half a mile with a cut foot, so now my foot's all weird.
Yeah, that doesn't. They are saying that barefoot running is the way to go. In fact, they have these ridiculous shoes that protect the bottom of your foot, but each individual toe. But I've thought that often. If you're a man of from the Western world, your feet are not exposed that much to rocks and glass. It's not like in Kenya where they run for
That's what Steve was
30
saying.
miles. Yeah. So we're very susceptible to what is on the ground. You could end up with tetanus. You could step on something infected with something. My suggestion to you would be to run with shoes.
That's what Steve's worried about because I just put some water on it, but my feet are still
water.
My feet are still filthy.
Oh yeah,
like the bottom of them look like homeless guys' feet.
Oh really? Now, have you bathed since the run?
I soaked it, but it's the black that it's deep, that black. Whatever,
like tar and asphalt.
It's dug into your skin now.
Yeah.
So you're getting very much into fitness because we taught you. By the way, you were great when we talked to you on the phone. Unfortunately, the guy producing it didn't have your voice in any of it, so we couldn't play it.
Really?
Yeah, but you were. But so if any of this seems redundant, I apologize. I'm sorry that you had to get up to do that. Norm MacDonald, by the way, 2 shows tonight at the Wilbur Theater. You can get tickets at thewilbur.com or call Ticketmaster at 1-800-745-3000. So since when and why has exercise become this passion of yours?
3 days ago?
Yeah. Like, what occurred to you where you're like, you know what, I need to start running outside and lifting weights and researching this stuff?
Well, I had these weights that somebody gave to me a long time ago, and so I was lifting those for a couple days. I was starting to feel really good. Then I went for a swim, and then that was like the night before last, and then I was like, yeah, everything's going to be different now. It was horrible.
So you're working out now and stuff, right?
Yeah, how about you?
I worked out a couple times. I liked it when I was young. I didn't have, you didn't have to work out. You were just in good shape.
Yeah.
And I was in my best shape back then. I think I was seriously, when I was like, when I was 1. That's when I
reached your peak when you were 1.
My God, I look great. I mean, you wouldn't know me now. You see me back then. I was young and fresh.
I can imagine.
Even for my age, people would come up to me and go, what, are you 0?
I don't work out. I'm a weak man. You know that, Dennis.
Well, listen, you and I were on the Mount Olympus of weakness.
And not just physically.
Oh, no, in every way.
In every single way. So, I told the guy that, and he said he couldn't do anything except for the physical part. But I don't know if he was the best trainer anyway. He was smoking a butt the whole time.
No, that's not good.
That's just a joke. He was a big guy, and but I told him, I said, look, I don't want be big like you. I don't want veins. I have no use for that in my arms. Or abs. I don't want abs. I don't even know quite what they are. All I know is they were invented around the 80s. And I don't even know what you do when you get them. You know what I mean? Because you got to wear a shirt. You just go to work and go, hey, you want to see these things on my belly? Everybody's like, no. But so I told the guy, I said, I'm here for one reason and one reason only. I want to have one hot ass.
Now, folks, I don't like to brag, but like Schwarzenegger, I did a little bodybuilding back in the day, too. But I'm guessing you guys wouldn't want to see that, though, would you? Okay, all right, sure. Let's hope that doesn't live on the YouTube forever, long after I'm dead, out of context.
Some days we get closer, things that we never really needed, promises that we never thought of keeping safe. I guess it's never over if we never got a chance.
I never worked out or anything like that because, I always felt like, you can't, like if you're a dude, you can't really, the ladies don't seem to care, at least that's what they say. And then also, I don't think you can get like a perfect body. I think if you're a lady, you can get a perfect body. But if you're a dude, I don't think you can get like a perfect body on account of you got like every dude seems to have one of those like a sack, a sack, right? And so, no matter how perfect your body is, if you got a sack, it doesn't look very good. You don't have a good-looking body, basically. No matter what. Well, you show me any nude dude, go, hey, look at that guy's body. I go, good God, what's that fucking thing? That guy's got a sack on him. It's not a good-looking body. You ever see a guy with a good-looking sack? You ever hear a guy go, hey, Bob, you know what your best feature is? Me and the guys were talking about it. Your sack. Holy Lord, that's... You doing something different with your sack lately or something? God damn, that looks good. Good-looking sack you're toting around there, I'm telling you. Right? You can't work out on that or anything. Got no machine, got no sack of steel that they got.
They just giving up on that, man. That's why I'm surprised the fucking those plastic surgeons. Why are they working on the sack, man? The guy goes like, man, I got a little thing here, a line under my eye. I'm gonna get that taken care of. Meanwhile, huge ancient old sack hanging out. Yeah, that's my problem, man. That eye thing. That little crow's feet there, man. I get rid of them. That'll be good. Sack's old too, man. That's older than you, your sack. I don't know how that works out. You know what I mean? You can have a dude like 25, his sack's like 100 years old. Right? Sometimes you turn to it for advice. You ever do that? You go, right? You go, what would you do, wise old sack? You know? He's like, I tell you something, son. You see old guys sack like that. Old guys sacks are really old because they're like 80. Their sacks like 400 or 500 years old. It's like a fucking old, like a tree or something. It's not like a tree, but trees are old. I read that in a book.
So Adam Eager told me something I didn't know. He said you worked with Red Fox on a variety.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm dying to hear it.
I produced Red Fox variety. You told me he just worked on it. Worked on it?
Well, that's, I mean, according to your Wikipedia.
What do you think I was, a stagehand, you douchebag? Worked on it. Did you do your notes?
No,
I want
got
you
all my
back on
information
drugs.
from
I'm
Wikipedia.
serious. I want you back on stuff so you know.
Close. I'm going to do a shot next break. No, it's
I'm
true.
just teasing.
No. I'm Adam Eget. I work at the world famous Comedy Store. I'm the manager over there. Before that, I was a manager at the Tempe Improv, and I don't know what I'm doing, I'll be honest, and I'm not an actor, I'm not a comedian, but I'm just going to try my best, and I'm going to do the best I can, and I hope the people watching at home will give me a chance to I don't know, just give me a chance.
So how do the other comics feel? Like you're at the Comedy Store, you're running the Comedy Store.
Exactly.
And they're all there working on their comedy, hoping to maybe someday break into television.
They're not happy.
Yeah. Like
a lot of them are in my ear. They're
like,
you know what you should do? You should get me in there. You clearly don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
You're not happy about it.
Adam's very nervous about the whole venture.
I'm a wreck. I'm a fucking wreck.
No, I think it's hilarious.
He may start drinking.
No problem.
I probably will start drinking.
I just think that maybe a lot of people at the office might be pissed about this whole thing.
You would not be wrong.
Yeah.
You know, one of my followers on my Twitter, Pikesville Al. You know Pikesville Al?
No.
He's the guy that doesn't like you.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Does he live in Pikesville, Maryland?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the thing about Larry King. He knows every
town, absolutely.
Everything you don't need to know.
That's a brag.
So who's a sponsor?
A sponsor?
Pikesville, Nick.
Pikesville Al does not like him.
Many people don't.
I did this video podcast they wanted me to do, and I said I should get a sidekick, like just pretend it's a talk show.
Yeah.
And but I didn't want, I wanted to make the host sidekick relationship just way magnified, to what it was with Carson and Ed McMahon. So just a guy I could pile onto, and I didn't want any blowback, so I didn't want to get a comic that would, joke back at me.
Right.
So I did the podcast with him, and he turned out to be perfect. But it was in a kind of a self-fulfilling thing. Like in the second episode we did a little comedy bit where I said, we got some letters from people, comments, and they're pretty good for the most part. And then I read them, and it'd be like, this guy says, because the first show was me and Super Dave. This guy says, it was great to see Norm and Super Dave, two comic heavyweights, sparring together. Lose the douchebag. And
I love this podcast. It was great to see Norm MacDonald back, and Super Dave was the perfect choice as first guest. Lose the douchebag.
He's talking about me.
Well, we don't know if he's talking about you.
He's clearly talking about me.
He is talking about you. This is just one person's opinion, but I have hundreds of other people.
All right, you're right. It's one guy, he's entitled to his opinion, and that's fine, whatever.
And mostly they like the show.
Well, good. Well, let's hear another one then.
All right.
Let's hear another one.
What's the deal with that fucking douchebag? well, that was about you.
Second one was like, I love the show, you know, everybody was great, but lose cunt face.
I did this as a favor to Norm. I'm not an actor and I'm not a comedian.
This guy says your face looks like a cunt.
I can't even change that. It's not the first time I've heard that. But, I mean...
And so, anyways, it became self-fulfilling. And then everybody started actually doing it. And so I kind of felt sorry for Adam. He's like, oh, every week I read these messages and they're just all, you know, now my nickname is Cunt Face, like on the message boards.
And he's just this sweet guy. He's like the most sincere guy in the world.
No, yeah, he's very, very earnest and sweet.
Thoroughly enjoyed it from top to bottom.
Great.
Blinky91 says. A sparkling exchange between veteran funny man Norm MacDonald and comedy legend Super Dave Osborne. One minor problem. The set.
Oh.
It's just too distracting. Why are there so many clocks? We're not tuning in to see what time it is in Hong Kong. We're tuning in to listen to comedians doing comedy. Plus some douchebag, I don't know who he was, but I'd like to punch him right in the fucking face. Not good. Okay. Let me see here. Ooh.
What is it? Is it a good one?
It's not good at all. I found one.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a positive one. Thoroughly enjoyed it from top to bottom.
Great.
Blinky91 says. A sparkling exchange between veteran funny man Norm MacDonald and comedy legend Super Dave Osborne. One minor problem. The set.
Oh.
It's just too distracting. Why are there so many clocks? We're not tuning in to see what time it is in Hong Kong. We're tuning in to listen to comedians doing comedy. Plus some douchebag, I don't know who he was, but I'd like to punch him right in the fucking face. Okay,
I mean...
We don't need to know what the people think.
Well, no, I mean, it's hard, Norm. It's hard. I'm not used, I'm not...
So it wasn't a studio crowd-pleasing effect. It was never aimed at the studio audience, It was always aimed just directly at me. What I knew was funny.
Last week on Larry King Live, Marlon Brando made the shocking statement that Hollywood is, quote, run by Jews. In response, outraged Jewish organizations made it snow in New York in April. Native Americans in upstate New York are trying to block plans to build a Kmart on the site of a Mohican burial ground. In addition, they were upset to learn that sales at this particular Kmart will be announced, "Attention Kmart savages." 3 years ago, an 11-year-old British schoolgirl put a message in a bottle and tossed it into the Atlantic Ocean. Well, this week, she was astounded to receive a reply from halfway around the world. Sadly, the reply read, "You're 11, what are you wearing?" While in the hospital, Michael Jackson had his room specially decorated with 2 huge photos of Shirley Temple. But don't get the wrong idea here. Michael Jackson is a homosexual pedophile. In Falls City, Nebraska, John Lotter has been sentenced to death for attempting to kill 3 people in what prosecutors called a plot to silence a cross-dressing female who had accused him of rape. Now, this might strike some viewers as harsh, but I believe everyone involved in this story should die. Brooklyn man crossing an expressway on Monday was hit by at least 10 cars. According to police, the man's body was spread over a 2-block area. Police also reported that various organs were flattened on the road and that his spine had been ripped out of his torso. The man is currently resting in stable condition at St. Mary's Hospital. Frank Sinatra turned 80 this week. Frank Sinatra. And although the singer is said to be suffering from Alzheimer's, he had a typically festive birthday, singing a duet with a hooker and having sex with Tony Bennett. Probably going to end up in Jersey with a meat hook up my ass, but it was a good joke. Here we see the president and the first bitch. Hey, slow down, you bitch. Let me catch up. In Whitewater News, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar. Admitted Brinkley, there was certainly nothing uncreative about the way you moved Vince Foster's body. The president's a murderer. You didn't know that? Thanks, I'm Norm MacDonald, and now the fake news. Well, it is finally official. Murder is legal in the state of California. A down-and-out O.J. Simpson, depressed that all of his money-making ideas have failed, has decided to go back to doing what he does best, killing people. O.J. Simpson was in a different courtroom this week, attempting to regain custody of his 2 children. In order to prove to the court how much he loves his kids, O.J. pointed out, quote, "Hey, they're still alive, aren't they?" Women would be more likely to vote if they could send in ballots by mail or if polls were open longer. Also, more women would vote if you were permitted to bake your vote. They like to bake. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a man allowed his 8-year-old daughter to take the wheel of his car, and an accident ensued that damaged 7 other cars and injured 6 people. Which once again proves my theory, women can't drive. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So, no, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
Hello, you are on Mutiny Radio.
Hi.
Did you just cough into the phone?
What?
Did you just cough? You're clearing your throat?
Can I just what?
Did you just clear your throat?
Oh, yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
Oh.
But my phone might suck, too. I'm on, like, a cell phone.
Oh, are you? Well, you have bad service? Are you with AT&T?
I don't know what it is.
No?
No, I just signed up for the phone.
Yeah, you shouldn't really, you don't want to promote them. Who knows, right? They could use you.
BlackBerry. Does it sound like we can do this?
Yeah, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you fine. I don't know what I sound like.
You sound a little sick, actually.
I am sick. How'd you know?
Oh, you're a little nasally there. Well, I mean, I've heard your voice before, but...
No, I got my eyes are crazy itchy, and I'm like phlegmy, and sorry about making a gross noise.
I thought you were just like, hello, ha ha ha. I was like, wow, that's so nice.
No, it sucks.
Yeah, well, that's really gross. Are you sick or is it allergies?
I hope it's allergies, because I got to go on the road for a long time, so I don't have to have a cold.
Yeah.
I haven't had a cold in a long time, so I don't think so.
Did it just start?
I had, you know what, last week, like, my eyes were itchy, but I thought it was chlorine because I was swimming all the time.
Oh, nice.
And then it could be a more...
And it could be what?
I feel like I'm whining to you about my...
You're complaining about your health. Yeah, it's like, why don't we let everyone know you're doing a show this weekend and come and catch a free disease? Norm MacDonald will be giving you his cold with every performance today. Is that too much? Hello?
I didn't hear that. What?
Oh, I said everyone can come and check you out and get a free cold from you.
Oh, yes, I'll give them a cold.
Yeah, that's nice of you.
I'll give them
a piece of Norm with every performance.
yes, exactly.
So are you going to stay in bed today, or are you going to try to go out and see the city?
I want to I take NyQuil. I took NyQuil last night.
Ooh, you slept like a baby?
I take NyQuil. Yeah, because I don't drink, so, like, NyQuil's, like, really powerful on me. Like,
oh.
I feel like all woozy, and then I wake up all, like, weird. You know?
Like, what happened to you? Yeah, that's exciting.
I'm not, like, a huge... I don't have a high tolerance for anything.
Oh. Or do you straight edge? Is that, you know, the term kids use, right? Straight edge?
No, I don't know what that means. What horrible thing is that?
It means that you don't do any drugs or you don't drink or anything. You're sober.
Straight edge? Oh, that's cool. Is that a term of derision, though, or do people admire them?
They like it. I mean, the straight edge kids like it, but I think the party kids kind of tease them for it.
But is it the idea that straight edge is the new cool, or
I think the Dare people probably want it to be the new cool, but I think it just is like the D&D crowd are probably the ones that get the most credit for it.
Well, nerdy people are cool now. Isn't it that?
It is, yeah, all the geek stuff. Would you consider yourself a nerd?
No, I think they should, because nerds are getting all the women now. You know what I mean? And they should have like a revenge of the jocks. Jocks can't get any ladies because, you know.
That would almost be entertaining.
Yeah, the jocks are just left with like gnarly girls, but the nerds have all the classy, beautiful girls.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I did just have a friend inform me that less attractive women actually do more things in the bedroom.
They do what?
They do more things in the bedroom, like they put out more. They do more stops. I'm getting a nod from someone in the cafe. Is this true? Would you agree?
Well, I would say that in any human act, you know, you're going to do as much as you need to do.
But they're saying it's like an evolutionary thing. Like the less attractive women need to try to keep their men, so they're putting out more stops or something.
Well, yeah, it's not evolutionary. It's the same as now. You have to look at evolutionary. You're like, I better, you know, I'm so awful looking. I'd better be the best person in bed that I possibly can. They're highly incentivized.
Mm-hmm. Maybe them and the jocks can get together. They seem like two future unrepresented or unloved groups.
Whereas beautiful women, they go, that's enough that I show up and you can lie down on top of me.
That's what I've heard, yeah. It's just the dead fish syndrome. But I think that works with guys, too. I think really attractive men don't really have to work for it, so they can just do what they want. What do you think?
I guess that's true.
Do you work for it, Norm, or you just normally don't care? You're attractive?
Me, I find sex kind of a boring, repetitive kind of thing. I liked it in my youth when I was a boy. You know, about 47.
Oh, I see. So you're over it now.
That's all right, you know.
You're no Hugh Hefner. You're not
I
out
used to
there.
think, like to me, it's funny. Like people go, man, that guy's the coolest. I think he looks like an idiot. Like, you know, I wouldn't want to be a 100-year-old man walking around with 7 young, beautiful girls. I feel like an idiot. Like they were playing me for a sap.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, how can you not see them? They're so creepy. It's just like the age difference. It's not weird when she's 7, or it's weird when she's 7 and you're, 30, but when you're 70 and she's 20, it's okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. Never thought of that. Yeah, you're right.
Well, you're doing a show this weekend. Unfortunately, I was going to pretend to let you know that I was ovulating, so I was gonna, let you know it's a good thing you're not here because I'm more attractive to you. You just can't resist it. But you're telling me you're not even attracted to anything right now. So
No, what?
that's a bummer on my part. I'm ovulating. Women a week before their period, they ovulate, so they give out more hormones. Our breasts get a little bit larger.
Oh, yeah.
And men, unintentionally, you get more attracted to us. You can't really fight it. So I was just going to be like, you can't resist me right now. I'm ovulating. Get a whiff of what I'm, giving you. But you're telling me you don't even care.
Well, one thing I'm telling you is I hate knowing all that stuff. Like, about women's things and stuff. I go, can't that be mysterious? Never, tell me. There's still things I don't know. Like, people bring it up. You go, no, don't you understand that every month? I'm like, no, it's cool, whatever.
But you just don't want to know.
Because, I have a vague understanding, sort of, that, the less I know, the more I enjoy it.
I see. So I understand you're...
Not thinking of it as in a biological way. Helps me.
You would just prefer... I'm sorry, you just got joined. We have our other co-host.
Meat Hook. Norm, we hung out last night. You're a badass.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hang out with him last night?
Yeah, he was awesome. Let's talk about the show last night. It was awesome.
The show was fun, man.
Dude, it was rad. And you
on
started...
Thursdays, I do a lot of stuff. I just talk a lot and see what comes up.
It was awesome. He just he was fucking with the people's heads at the end, and he just went on for an extra hour or so.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
We did a couple hours last night. I'm wandering around while I'm talking to you guys.
Are you? Are you lost? Are you deranged?
No, I'm lost. I'm not going to lie to you.
Tell us where you are. We'll locate you. We'll find you.
I don't know. Larkin and...
Larkin? Just stay away from Market. You don't want to run into the homeless people.
Oh, stay away from Larkin? Fuck. How'd I do this?
Go towards the water.
On my cell phone.
The homeless people don't like to bathe, so as long as you stay near the water, you'll be fine.
Water?
Yeah. They fear cleanliness. So, all right, I said, all right, Norm, you're doing this tour. How long are you doing this tour for?
I don't know. It's like every week.
Until you drop dead of this disease, or until you... Are you working on something else? I saw something you might be hosting. The poker show?
The what show?
Poker? You doing something?
I did that. I don't know. Well, poker right now is there's a lot of issues with online poker, so I don't know how...
I know my mom...
I think poker's going to do because it's all a big thing now.
Yeah, my mom actually met you once. She's a semi-pro poker player. You bought her glasses.
She's a semi-pro poker player?
She is, yeah. She actually she's retired right now, or she's on a leave because she's taking care of my sister's baby. She's playing a grandma role, but yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Isn't it fun? I know. Well, you play poker. You enjoy it.
A little bit, yeah. I enjoy it. You play?
I actually have played a couple times. I went with her once to a tournament, but I don't, I watch it more than I play it. I'm a voyeur. What can I say?
I got you. I see a boat from where I am now.
You see a what?
I see a boat from where I am.
Oh, then you're safe. The homeless people will stay away.
I'm going to ask someone a question. Okay, hold on.
So you hung out with him last night?
Norm's awesome. Yeah, he was at the bar. We went and saw his show last night.
Why don't you... Anyway.
Oh, maybe that one? Is that the cannery? It's the cannery. That's not
Oh, you're by the piers over there.
I'm getting it.
Watch out for the peer pressure.
So I don't get lost in the middle of the Bay Area.
Yeah. If you want to see some local...
I know I'm in the area, but there's a bay because there's a bay here.
There is a bay there, you're right. If you can see the Golden Gate Bridge, it is the most popular bridge for people to commit suicide.
Where's the Golden Gate Bridge? Oh, yeah, there it is.
The red thing?
Beautiful. It's red.
Yeah.
You like the red? Why do you call it the red thing?
The red thing, yeah.
There's a debate between those two finalists, and you're sticking with the red thing?
Hey, I told you I'm ovulating. I know that's too much information, but...
The red thing, yeah.
That's what it all
comes to. I know very little. I just let you know.
Well, I was going to tell you that the Golden Gate Bridge, the red thing, is the most popular bridge for people to jump off of and commit suicide. So you could do some... Yeah.
They have a book, Suicide Note, Suicide Note, something like that. It was just all like, there's like 500. People were jumping off just to be the 300th and shit, toothaches.
Oh, you were talking about the movie?
Oh no, there's its actuality. They took all the suicide notes from the Golden Gate Bridge, like suicide, and put them in a book.
I saw a documentary where it was just people that survived.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
That's
the bridge.
hilarious.
That is
You know
not
what they all
hilarious.
had in common?
But they did.
They all have what?
They
They all had in common that did it.
Oh.
They all regretted it moments after.
before they hit the.
Everyone. They have to see everyone that died did too.
They should do a documentary on that.
You know what I think is also interesting? I looked into doing, I know this, we're still promoting your show, but I looked into being a suicide hotline worker, to try to talk people out of it. I did. And they don't pay you to do this. It's completely volunteer based. And you have to pay $50 or something like that to take a course. So for you to be in a position to save someone's life, they don't want to pay you and you need to sign a contract and you have to pay to do this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's pretty ridiculous in my opinion.
So, what are you, when is that show I'm doing anyway?
Well, we're giving away tickets to your show on
You're
Sunday.
giving away tickets to the show?
We are, yes. This Sunday, it's going to be out of control. You did a good job last night. I guess you went over the time.
It was pretty
I did
rough.
2 hours last night.
How did it feel? How was the crowd?
It's so hot out here. I'm in downtown San Francisco.
And I mean, did you enjoy the crowd? Everything? It was good.
Yeah, everything was good. It was fun.
Are you going to try to do any sightseeing today or anything like that?
No, I'm not going to see any sights. I'm tired.
Yeah, trying
I had
to avoid
get
it.
up early.
Get
But
some emergency.
I gotta drink NyQuil and stuff.
Think like Dayquil. You want Dayquil for the daytime.
NyQuil, that's true.
Yeah. And so you're doing the show all weekend long. You're going to be spreading your disease through
Friday,
Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday.
Who's opening for you? Do you know?
Larry Bubbles Brown.
Yeah.
A veteran of the Bay Area, the area around the Bay.
Crazy Legs. Wasn't that from what was the movie Crazy Legs? Isn't that his name?
I have no idea.
Skinny Legs. Crazy Legs.
Yeah,
All right, moving on.
I do also know that your birthday is coming up. I think it's on Monday, right? Oh, are you still?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Is your birthday coming up on Monday, right?
I lost it. Oh, no.
Did you lose it? Did you not hear me?
Check.
Norm?
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
can you hear us? Don't stay away from the bridge. Don't go in the water.
Don't go overboard.
Avoid the seals. They bite. Oh, no.
Can you hear us? I think we lost
I
him.
think we lost.
Like I saw a one-woman show once by a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Just one?
Yeah, only
Okay,
one.
just the one.
And she was like, well, my mother had breast cancer, and now I have breast cancer. And I'm like, well, it's everybody. Like, they think it's so special when everyone gets cancer and dies. Like that's
what
not
great. What if we just ended the podcast?
But it's almost like the height of narcissism to think that you're going to you're going to be so brave as to talk about it in person,
right?
Whereas all you're doing is just garnering sympathy for yourself.
Well, I guess that's true.
How is that brave? It seems cowardly to me. It seems much braver to me. Like, I remember Richard Farnsworth was an old character actor, and he did a David Lynch movie called The Straight Story, and riddled with cancer, his last movie, and very frail. And it's this fantastic movie if you ever get a chance to see it. It's not a style, because I'm not really that big a fan of what's his name?
David Lynch?
Yeah. I'm not a fan of it. I don't understand weird stuff. I'm like, huh, what? Like, but this one is a straight ahead story. You know, you think. I call it like a hard G. It's G rated.
Okay.
It's hard G. I call it hard G. Because the second time I watched it, I'm like, whoa, I understand it all of a sudden. Well, you got to see this movie.
Okay.
And if you watch it closely, there's like hellish things going on underneath the surface of what looks like a quaint story. It's based on a guy who, in actual real life, drove his riding lawnmower across the state to visit his brother who was dying. So anyways, the point of it is that Richard Farnsworth was nominated for an Academy Award for the movie. And if he had said he was filled with cancer, he would have won for sure.
Sure.
But instead, he didn't say it. And in fact, no one knew it. His family didn't know it. He kept it from everyone. And then he was a stuntman before he was an actor. He did what they call a stuntman's death, which is you put a shotgun in your mouth and with your toe you pull the trigger and blow your head off.
Oh my God.
And so that to me is courageous. Like you're not being a burden to your family. You know, they know nothing about it. And then you're gone.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
And then toe in the shotgun.
Yeah. And you know, they write him, he wrote a nice letter to everybody, you know, in the family and said that, you know, he didn't want to, the reason he did it is he didn't want to cause people distress. So I thought, wow, how incredible. Like, how many
to just
people
go through it
could do
alone.
that? Yeah.
So you don't think
to go through it alone.
You don't think you would write confessional, like, you didn't talk about any of the gambling stuff in your stand-up, did you? Like, was that
stand-up? No, never. I never talked about me, really. You know, I talked about universal me. You know what I mean?
Right.
That I was afraid of death, or that you know, that kind of thing, which is this was something that everybody is afraid of. You know, and so things like that. That it was me, but it was everybody.
Sure.
I wasn't pretending that it was a specific ailment that I had. And if I had a specific ailment, and possibly I do, you don't know.
I don't know.
But I would not talk about it. I would not. I hope that I would not discuss it, and just try to benefit monetarily from that.
Going out again, am I out of my mind? Going out with friends, gonna have a good time.
I know this grimness.
I was gonna say I really liked him right away. I just saw him. I felt like I understood him a different way, and I felt like deep down he was actually very, very shy. You know?
Oh yeah.
Right? Don't you
Very
think?
shy. And sweet.
And so sweet,
Yeah.
so sensitive. And I was saying, so when you lost your dad, Dave, and you were talking about that, I'm sure he really was like wanting to make you feel so good and so sweet and thoughtful, and probably thought deeply about that. That's how he would approach it. Oh, I was gonna say before. I think in the last 13, 14 years, he got. You know, as you said, Conan, he was reading 4 or 5 books at a time, Russian literature. Mark Twain was his favorite author. He loved Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. But he got really into reading about God and Christianity.
Oh, yeah.
And really wanting to understand God.
Where he's headed.
Feeling maybe close to death.
Yeah,
or
sure.
thinking about death, but really, really wanting to understand God.
Al Roker.
I was saying I saw him at the SNL 40th, and I didn't know he had cancer or anything, but I remember as soon as he saw me, he was like, "I love you, Molly." Just he blurted out right away, and I think I was like, "Oh," I just had a sense of like. I could feel that he had this kind of urgency to say exactly what was on his mind in the moment.
Right.
Because maybe he'll never have that moment again. And I was like, oh, something's different with Norm.
Just a little day. Coming down a stairs, just a little space to hold my breath.
Ah, nice to see you there, Courtney.
I'm tired.
You're tired. Oh, Courtney. Jesus. Come on there.
Help me, Norm.
Come on, yeah, I'm trying.
Norm, help me.
I'm trying to help
Help
you
me,
out,
help
Courtney.
me. Get off of me!
No, okay.
Get off of
Okay,
me.
I will, Courtney.
All right.
All right, wow. Yeah. Remember in the gay marriage debate, right? And the Republicans, they would have their debate, and the guy would go, "Well, what's next? If there's gay marriage, then there's next thing you know, there's going to be guy marrying 6 women. You know what I mean? Like a polygamy." And then and then people would go, "Well, that's not that." The gay people would go, "That's not." But what the fuck's wrong with polygamy? Maybe that statement will not look good in history.
All right, so you're back. You got to do Wise Guys last time you were in Utah. Last time you were on the show, and Utahns were like, "Woo, Norm."
Yeah, they went crazy, man. I found myself a beautiful, 3 beautiful wives when I was here.
Good. I'm glad we could do that for you.
Do you do a lot of Utah humor?
No, I
do you
just
add
read,
that into your show?
No,
while
I
you're
just
here?
was reading in the paper today. It said polygamist charged with sex crime. And when I was young, it would be a man charged with polygamy. You know what I mean? So we've come a long way.
Utah's a changing.
You think if you were a polygamist, you wouldn't have time for any other stuff.
Yeah, you'd be a busy guy.
You are busy.
Well, I think when it's 2 consenting adults, I try not to judge.
Or 6.
Or 6 or 12 or whatever it is.
So
as long as there's
polygamy is
obviously.
okay?
Well, I would guess, and I'm pulling this out of my ass, that people that are into polygamy are tired of people thinking that is part of molesting children. I would imagine there's people that are in the polygamy that know how egregious that is. They don't want to be associated with it. And I would imagine that's upsetting for them.
Wait,
when people
are you
lump
saying
it.
polygamy is...
I'm guessing. I don't know.
Know that in this day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all I need.
With your show at Wise Guys tonight, do you focus mostly on impressions, or is it you feed off the audience? What can people expect
I
when
just
they come
talk
to the show tonight?
I just talk to the audience and whatever's going on in the. I'll probably go home and watch the TV and see what news is going on. I'll probably listen to you guys, find out what news is going on, so I can talk about it tonight and figure it out.
Do you ever get stumped standing up there, like you don't know what direction to go next?
Oh yeah, I blank out all the time. Like I talk for a while, you know, and everything's going well, and then all of a sudden nothing is in my head except for a big jelly roll, like when I dream of jelly rolls. You guys like jelly rolls?
They're good, yeah. Yeah, but don't dream about them.
Yeah, no, I went to a psychiatrist once. I think he thought I was a moron, but he goes, "Can you describe your dreams for me?" I'm like, "I dream about jelly rolls." He goes, "What else?" I go, "That's it." And he was like, "What?" He made like a weird face that a psychiatrist is not supposed to make.
So
You know you're in trouble.
jelly rolls as a kid, or that's like your favorite treat now?
No, it's like, it brings me great peace. Like right now, if I close my eyes, jelly rolls will start floating in front of the back of my eyelids.
Okay, close your eyes. Think
All right.
jelly rolls while we talk about where you are tonight, Friday. It is Wise Guys Comedy in West Valley. So you're close by. How are the jelly rolls going? They floating?
Yeah, they're beautiful.
What flavor is
Good.
it? Strawberry?
No.
Raspberry?
Oh, there's always raspberry jelly rolls.
Raspberry. Friday, November 6th, 8 and 10. And you're not here tomorrow night, right? Just tonight? So
No,
you
I'm
need
just
me to
going to be
catch
here
you?
tonight.
Catch you while you're here.
Pardon me?
So get tickets and get there tonight.
Or not. Whatever you like.
Oh. I'm trying to help you out, Norm. I'm selling it for you.
No, but I don't want people to, you know, listen, I don't want people to show up at my show if their great aunt has walking pneumonia.
That's probably
she'll
good
survive.
advice. It's okay.
Nah, stay with your great aunt. Give her the love, you know. I'll
Well,
be
with swine
fine.
flu going around, you may not have an audience if you keep up that. So, all right.
I'll be fine.
All right, so check out Norm tonight at Wise Guys in West Valley.
Thanks, Norm. All
Thank
right.
you, guys.
Up next, we are talking how to get your lawn looking green in the spring with Joy. We'll be right back.
The news, I mean, some of the news I understand, you know, like, but that news isn't real news, you know what I mean? It's just odd, crazy, like Tiger Woods, who's still in it, you know, in this tournament, which is depressing for me because I like Tiger and stuff.
And then, you know, Tiger victimized himself, first of all, his family, but and all these women and everything. But he also victimized the golf fan, me. You know what I mean? The guy, I believed in him and I trusted him, and so it was kind of sad for me because I don't care if a guy wants to lie down with ladies and stuff like that. You know, I understand that's a thing guys like to do, but I don't like hypocrisy. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like a hypocrite. And to me, Tiger, when I was watching him, he always presented himself to me as a golfer. You know? I always thought he was a great golfer. I watched him my whole, life. And he'd be in the sand hitting it out, and then the golf ball would come real close, you know what I mean, to the hole. And then he'd put it in and go like that and everything. So I was all happy. I go, man, that guy's a golfer. People would ask me, who's Tiger Woods? I go, he's a golfer. Right? Now, I had no idea he was leading this double life where by day he was a golfer and by night he was laying down with ladies. Otherwise, I never would have bought the Buick. Now I'm driving around a Buick, people snickering at me and stuff, you know? Whatever. No, but he's a sex addict, and that's a hard one. I imagine that's a tough one to kick. Wouldn't that be the worst? Like those meetings, like a sexaholic. If they have those meetings, what do they call them? They always say aholic. It only really works with alcohol. Like sex, AA, yeah, for sex. That would be a weird. I don't know how that would go. But if you haven't had sex for like a year or something, and then you don't want to hear about some guy's relapse. You know, guy's like, I've been weak. Oh no, you don't have to tell us. I met her in a bar. She was gorgeous. Please. You have to hug the guy. That's too bad. That's terrible. Well, we all, whatever. But I don't even know if I don't even know if that's a thing. I don't know, you know. It's weird to me because if you're an addict, if you're a heroin addict, you're addicted to heroin. The more heroin you do, the more addicted you are. Booze addict, you're addicted to booze. More booze you do, bigger addict you are, you know. So to me, if you're a sex addict, let's say, sometimes you meet these guys like, hey man, this guy's 70 years old and he's been married since he was 20. Still happy, still have a healthy sex life, still has sex with his wife, every week or so, Then wouldn't you think that guy's a sex addict? He is a sex addict to such a degree that he's willing to have sex with a 70-year-old lady. That's hitting bottom there, If you're going around getting a whole bunch of different ladies, that's not a sex addict. That's just a beautiful lady addict. I don't know what you call that. But if you're willing to just anything at all, just whatever's beside you after 50 years, you're like, I don't like you anymore, but or whatever they do, whatever noise they make. An injured Tiger Woods withdrawing from the Player Championship on Thursday after only 9 holes. 9 holes, or as Tiger calls it, 3 ladies. When asked about Tiger Woods, fellow golfer John Daly said that Tiger's problem was that he wasn't getting sex from his wife. It's never a good sign in life when you're getting advice from this guy right here. Not exactly Dear A.B.
As we mentioned, Tiger Woods bowed out of the Players' Championship, citing pain in his left leg. What might have caused that? For the answer, let's go to sports show correspondent, the late Burgess Meredith.
Women weaken legs.
As always, thank you, late Burgess Meredith. Top story tonight, Tiger Woods fell out of the top 10 in the world golf rankings for the first time in 14 years. This is a valuable lesson for all you young golfers. Never stop And finally, Tiger Woods, a whoremonger no more. Which brings us to this week's What the H? What the H is going on with Tiger Woods? As we all saw on Sunday, the guy can't even sink 3-foot putts at Augusta anymore. Why? Because we are still in his head. That's why. When I first heard about the scandal, like everybody else, I was shocked. You know, I was like, hey, wait a minute. Are you telling me that Tiger Woods, the $6 billion man, the greatest athlete in the world, the super handsome, charismatic guy, you're telling me that that guy likes to lie down with ladies? I don't buy it. I don't buy it for a minute. Then, when it was proved true, I got all self-righteous. I was like, I don't like hypocrites. He's a public figure, and that's not how he presented himself in public. He always presented himself in public as a golfer. I didn't know he was leading some kind of double life where he golfed by day and then laid down with ladies by night. If I'd known that, I never would have bought the Buick. Now I'm driving around in my Buick with everybody snickering at me. And listen, how naive was I? You know, what did I think Tiger's life was? You know, was he like, hey, I've won 4 straight majors. What should I do now? I know. I'll go back to my hotel room all by myself. Okay, here I am in my hotel room. Let me just close my hotel room window. Too many ladies chanting my name out there. I know, I'll order some room service. Hello. Yes, I'd like to order... hello, Nicole. I'd like to order a chicken breast sandwich. No, if I wanted a job to end all jobs, I would have asked for one. I want a chicken breast sandwich with a pickle. So anyways, Tiger has admitted that he is a sex addict, but what is a sex addict? Now, take my Uncle Bert, for example. A fine fellow. He's been married to my Aunt Ruth for the last 50 years, and they still have a wonderful, healthy sex life. Now, ask yourself this. How addicted to sex do you have to be to have sex thousands of times over half a century with this thing? If you're looking for a sex addict, I'll give you a sex addict. Uncle Bert. Now, also, Tiger is different than you and me. Now, how many chances do we have in our life to commit adultery? Maybe 10. So if we stray once... It's not even 10, we just think it's 10. If we stray once, that's 10%. Now, Tiger may have had sex with 50 or 60 girls, but what about the 3 million he could have but didn't? You gotta factor those gals in. Then, that makes the percentage 0.000000006, which statistically is 0. So, from a strictly mathematical standpoint, Tiger Woods is the most faithful man who has ever lived. All right, so let's get out of his head and let Tiger be Tiger. What the H?
It was like, he was kind of like the Bob Dylan of comedy. He was doing lyrics and words and phrases that nobody else in comedy was using. And it wasn't that he told jokes as much as just told stories in a funny way and had a just funny inflection.
He said from the beginning of, in 93, when he did stand-up, he would call the TV the TV.
The TV.
Who else do you know who says the TV?
Oh, I know who you're talking about, Bob Dylan.
Right.
Because I got to meet Bob Dylan once, and I was backstage with our guitarist Jimmy Vivino at a Bob Dylan show, and suddenly I got literally like pushed into a room where there was some, heavy-hitting people in there. I did not consider myself, nor do I still, one of those, but I got pushed in, and I got kind of shoved to the front of this line, and there's Bob Dylan. And he looked right at me and he went, I know you from the TV. And I remembered that in my head, like he calls the television the TV with the emphasis on T. And then Norm, all these years, used to say, it's the TV.
Now, Norm is a giant Dylan fan.
I didn't know that.
Enormous Dylan fan. And sometimes in his material, I feel like there's...
I think that's just Minnesota and Canada. Bob Dylan's from Minnesota.
Yep.
So you're hearing a guy from Minnesota, and you're hearing a guy from Canada, and you're hearing just a North American, the TV,
Right.
Because that Canadian guy also says, like, I'm not a hobo, I mean, those are all old, crusty white manisms, very Canadian, very upper northern, U.S.
Well, here's an interesting fact, and I don't think it's been out there publicly, but Dylan was a fan of Norm's and invited him to his house.
Oh, wow.
And Norm was at Dylan's Malibu house for like 2 days.
Wow.
Spent the night.
Slept there.
Wow.
And
you want coffee?
What do you want to watch on the TV?
Who wants
I don't
waffles?
know. What do you want to watch on the TV? Let's both watch the TV. Finally, I found someone who says it right.
You want to play volleyball?
But he told me about this, and it was an interesting experience. But he never talked about it publicly, which shows you, first of all, what a thrill that must have been for this guy who grew up a Dylan fan. But he talked about almost everything. Ask Bob Uecker.
Yeah.
He didn't keep much secret, but he never really talked about Dylan, and it just shows you how much he did.
Right, he didn't trade off of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Any other comedian could have turned that into like a whole special, but yeah, you dirty dog. He called people you dirty dog, yeah. Like what? What is that? Who talks that way?
And I'm just an old chunk of coal, and I like Merle. So I was there for Merle, but I stayed for Bob Dylan, and he was kind of it was like you were saying, you couldn't understand what songs he was singing. And but anyways, halfway through the concert, all of a sudden, because he doesn't talk to the audience or something, all of a sudden he started talking to the audience, and he said, Ringo, 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 about 45 times. So everyone was sort of in shock. And finally, a light went into the audience, and it was Ringo Starr was sitting there with some lady. And then he's all uncomfortable. He's like, Ringo. So he said it about 12 more times.
Did you meet him?
Bob Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him. What happened was, I was going to finish my Ringo story.
Oh, I'm sorry, Norm. I'm sorry. Ringo.
Ringo. So anyways, he said, Ringo, like a whole bunch of times. And then he said, any songs you want to hear, Ringo? And then Ringo Starr said, I don't know, do you know any Bob Dylan songs?
Do I?
For this story?
Yeah.
Yeah, so name one.
Tangled Up in Blue.
Yeah, so he said, Ringo goes, well, how about Tangled Up in Blue? He goes, I already did that one.
He just didn't understand that he was doing Tangled Up in Blue.
No one understood anything. But, yeah, I did meet him, but I don't know him because I'm in the country. I'm in the outlaw country.
I went and saw Bob Dylan in concert, and he just has complete contempt for the audience. Yeah. And you can't even understand the fucking songs. But Ringo Starr was in the audience. Uh-huh. So Dylan, like, recognizes him, like, halfway through the concert. Yeah. He just stops the song, and he goes, Ringo! Ringo! He just keeps saying Ringo. He said it about 9 times, right? So finally, like, a spotlight goes on Ringo Starr. Yeah. And he's all embarrassed and everything. He's like, Ringo, what's up? Like, he's not even on stage, you know? He's just talking to Ringo Starr. So, but everybody thinks it's pretty cool. Yeah. So, anyways, finally, Dylan, like, snaps at him and goes, I gotta go back and do this thing. He called it a thing. He goes, I gotta go back and do this thing. He goes, any song you want to hear? And then, like, Ringo Starr goes, Maggie's Farm. And then he goes, we already did that one. And everyone was fucking laugh because you literally can't recognize his songs. Right. But I understand what he's doing because it's like, let's say you told a story to someone, and then the guy said, hey, tell it to this other guy. Then you're going to change the story because you're not going to say the exact same words. You feel like a jackass. So that's what Dylan seems to do in his art. Yeah. He goes, yeah, I'll do the song, but I'll change it all around, mess it up. See what it sounds like.
I was just thinking, you know how Bob Dylan plays the guitar, right? You're a musical guy.
A little bit, yeah.
He plays the guitar, you know, and then he plays the harmonica. The harmonica's around his neck, so he'll play the guitar, and then he'll go into the harmonica. Man's considered a genius, I think, by everyone.
Yeah.
In and out of music, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, he's beyond music in the same way that Ali
a poet.
is beyond.
A poet.
Yeah, he's a poet.
Yeah.
He's our poet.
Like Muhammad Ali, who was also
like
a poet.
Ali, yeah. So anyways, but the thing is, he plays, what I'm saying is he plays the guitar and then he plays the harmonica, and that's a very talented man, you know, you think. But then, if the guy puts like cymbals between his feet, if he's a one-man band, then they're like, look at that retard. He's way more talented. That guy's way more fucking talented. He does like 8 at the same time.
Where did that come from just now? I mean,
I don't know. We were talking about doing 2 things at once.
Right.
Chance to be free. If you wanna keep your glow, even if you have to go, like a blossom living free. If you chop it off, you'll keep it for a while, then it dries away. The shades will fade, no matter how hard you.
some of you may have heard, I had an amazing week last week when I got married. And I've had such a great time that I decided to let them show the video of my wedding. So here it is.
Deal was cash.
Here I am talking about the caterer. He did a really wonderful job.
6 months ago.
Well, I never said cash.
The deal was cash.
Here, I'm sure this will cover it. It's from the spellings. What are you doing? Turn that thing off.
Connected to our senses. Found a way to let you in.
Probably no institution in this country is as burdened with the problems as the American prison system. Here to update I'm sorry. Here to comment is update correspondent Norm MacDonald. Sorry, Norm. Hello.
Thank you. You know, I've always been afraid of going to prison, and I was thinking about it the other day, and I realized that what scares me most about going to prison isn't the loss of freedom or the stigma or even the separation from family. For me, the scariest thing about going to prison is, it's the anal rape. And it's always kind of puzzled me that they never seem to, touch on that during the sentencing. It's the worst part of the whole deal, and the judge doesn't even mention it. There's probably guys who go to prison and don't even realize what's in store for them, because they're not as streetwise as you and me. Can you imagine that? You're sent to prison, the first night there, there's the anal rape thing there, the next day you see the guy in a prison cafeteria there, go, hey, buddy, hey, I got a bone to pick with you, pal, hey. Let me tell you something, you were way out of line last night, way out of line. It's ridiculous. How'd you like if I did something like that to you? Huh? How would that be? No, you wouldn't like that too much, would you? No. Let me just say, that was one of the most selfish, inconsiderate things I've ever been involved with. What were you thinking? Or were you even thinking? I mean, what's got into you? I turn my back on you for a second, you pull a stunt like that? It's ridiculous. And another thing, don't be telling Johnson I'm your bitch. I'm not your bitch. That's crazy. I'm not even gay. I tried to tell you that last night, but you wouldn't listen. No, you wouldn't listen, would you? I have a good mind to go to the warden about this. It's crazy. And you know what hurts the most, pal? You know what? I trusted you. That's what hurts the most. Well, actually, the anal rape hurt the most, but trusting you is second. A distant second, I'll tell you that. Anyway, I'm so angry I can't even talk to you right now. I'll just leave you with this. You got a lot of growing up to do, pal. A lot of growing up, I'll tell you that. Anyway, that's what scares me most about going to prison. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Ron.
Try to at least do comedy. I hope most of my evolving comes from being a decent person, but I'll tell you, make no mistake about it. A lot of it comes from, I don't want to be one of these comedians on the wrong side of history. And I fucking love comedy, but if you go look at old stuff,
yes.
Whew, God damn it, aren't comedians today going, that's embarrassing?
Yes.
And by the way, you could say this, well, whenever you look at comedy 30 years later,
No, Rodney Dangerfield, I'm punching the wall.
I tell you, I'm all right now, but last week I was in rough shape, Now, last week I told my wife I need a home improvement loan. She gave me $1,000 to move out. I'll tell you, my wife, there's always something, Well, the other day I called her up. I said to her, honey, I've been thinking about the last time we had sex. I'm getting excited. She said, who is this?
I'm not talking about that it's whether it was funny then or not. How much of it is racist or sexist or homophobic, fluffy, the audiences are liking it. So now I think about it today, because so quickly you can turn into doing the same thing.
Sure.
You're like, so you got to be very aware of it. And that's
You've
why
got to look into the future. It's like the word retard. And finally, the Oscar nominations were announced this week, and Tom Hanks and Jodie Foster are in a heated competition in the Academy's controversial new category, Best Retard.
Some people are holding on to it, and it's amazing because before you argue with it, they should stop saying retarded. I like to ask 2 questions. I go, number one, because you have to find out about their past. And if they answer these questions differently, I give them the different speech. I go, do you think Jew me down? Do you think we stopped it because we shouldn't have had to, but people are so PC? And if they went, no, that's horrible. I think crude is funny. I think crass is funny. Crude, crass, it fucking makes me laugh. Again, just be crude and crass towards the right things. Because I think what everyone's saying is, God, can't we have a sense of humor? Can't we laugh at each other? Most comedians that use that on stage, that line a lot, can't we laugh at each other? Can't they laugh at each other? I want to go, of course we can laugh at each other. What the fuck are you talking about? That's not your question.
Yeah.
Your question is, can't we laugh at each other? Stereotypes have been overdone.
Yeah,
Can't we?
Like, you're gay, I'm straight, this guy.
Do you think we stop saying N-rig, which means, or N-rich, or nigger-rich, or nigger-rig, which were terms that some people are going, were they terms? Because, well, it's a fine. Or do you think we just shouldn't use people?
Or what'd they say when you, stop with that joint there, you're getting spit on it.
So, no, hold on a second. So most people would say that we stopped those things because it was egregious.
Yes.
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I know.
And so you have to say, so if the answer, that's saying, I didn't need to be honest with my feelings, but I go, and whenever anybody says I don't need to be a woman about it, you know what they're really saying? It's like when people go, I don't mean to be a Jew about it. Well, you just were. So you can't just erase it. You can't go, normally I would pay full price, but a little Jew slipped in me. I got a little Jew in me, but not normally I wouldn't Jew you down.
Yeah.
I know what I'm saying.
No, he said that the other night. He said,
I never said a Jew slipped in me.
I thought you said a little Jew slipped into you.
I know it's time to close my eyes to old and open up to new friends. Leave my heart in Berlin, where the tables turning, seeking up the.
What about this? One time I was auditioning for this is the first time I was ever in America, and I was auditioning for the Joan Rivers show. So me and Howard Busgang were from Canada, and we got the show. I didn't do it, but we got the show along with Mario Cantone. Mm-hmm. And so Mario Cantone, we were at the Hyatt, and me and Howard Busgang and this other guy are smoking a joint. I'm not smoking, but they're both smoking this joint. So I say, why don't you invite Mario Cantone over? I'm sure he likes it. Weed, comedians. So phone up. Mario Cantone goes, I'll be right over. So he comes over with his lover. Clearly they had been just fucking, like sweat, red faces, everything, right? And then so they go, yeah, we'll take some. They're smoking it so fast, and they're obviously using it as an aphrodisiac, to go back. Then they hand it back, all this spit. Now this was in a very serious time of AIDS.
What are you, Norm, are you okay? I mean, and I love your
No, I'm just saying, Howard Busgang smoked that joint.
What's this have to do with them and they're just fooling around?
And people constantly tell me, or I hear this, funniest man that ever lived.
Mel Brooks.
Do you believe that?
Sure. I mean, I think he's of an era. You know what I mean? I think he's still. I think the amazing thing about him, if you are, you're not wired that way. If you're a Jew and your wiring is Jewish, okay, Mel Brooks is going to tap right into that.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I understand.
The best was Mel Brooks as the 2,000-year-old man. Still the funniest comedy album ever made. When he says to him, how'd you live 2,000 years? He says, well, once. I was 400 years old, and I got a tip that the angel of death was coming. And what I did was, I ate a whole clove of garlic, and I got under the covers, and the angel of death tapped me on the shoulder. I turned around and said, who is it? And he went away for 300 years. Mel Brooks.
Does he like the 2,000-year-old man?
Both parts of of me.
I'm going to ask you one question about the 2,000-year-old man, then we're going to go to a break.
Okay.
Would not it have been easier to make him a 10,000-year-old man?
As a matter of fact, I was wrong making him a 2,000-year-old man because I asked him questions that happened before 2000. I asked him about Moses, and I realized, well, it was my mistake. Anyway, that's my fault. Steve Allen is the guy who is responsible for the 2,000-year-old man getting on record.
Oh, he is?
We did it at parties for years, 10 years. Mel and I did the 2,000-year-old man just for fun.
Yeah.
And everybody says, you got to put it on record, you got to put it on record. And we said, no, this is only for Jews and non-anti-Semitic Gentiles. And finally, Steve Allen said, fellas, if you don't do it, George Burns says, if you don't, he saw it at a party, if you don't put it on a record, I'm going to steal it. And Edward G. Robinson said, put it on a record. He says, I want to make a play. I want to make a play out of that. Make a play out of that. That's what he said. Make a play out of it. I want to play the 1,000-year-old man. I says, 2,000. I can play any age. And it was Steve Allen who said, fellas, take my studio, go whale. And we did. We whaled for 2 hours, cut it down to 47 minutes, and there it was.
Now, in that story, Edward G. Robinson's the funny man.
Yeah.
Steve Allen just let you use the studio. But it was you who created the 2,000-year-old man. Not even Mel Brooks. You.
Yes.
Mel Brooks is amazing. He's doing the show next week.
Is he?
Yeah.
There's nobody funnier.
What show?
I've interviewed, he's doing your show
Yeah,
here? I've interviewed every funny person in the world. You're very funny.
Yeah.
There's nobody.
Am I second?
Because Mel Brooks is a freaking genius. I had him on my show the night Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. All right?
Allegedly.
He's on my radio show.
Allegedly. But also, really.
Yeah. Okay, my guess is the 2,000-year-old man tonight. Man has landed on the moon. What do you think of that? And out of nowhere, he says, I love the moon. The moon, in my whole life, 2,000 years, is my favorite thing is the moon. I said, why? He says, because for 400 years, I thought I had a cataract. And one day, this guy named Irving said, isn't the moon beautiful tonight? I said, the what?
Irving.
No, that's funny.
Let me count my fingers for you, Carl Reiner said. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the left hand. So when, this will be our day, but there'll be a lot of tourists in the future who might notice that I had 6 fingers on my left hand. If they're aware, but they're all from Des Moines, they'll never notice it.
That's the best part of the picture right there. I'm crazy about that guy. I love him. I can't get enough of him.
Adorable. Mel Brooks.
How did you start in the film business?
I mostly like this one. Yes, who is it? Mel Brooks. Yes? Well, I got free coffees. I got free coffees here to someone inside. Can I come in? Then I came in and said, I got no coffee. It's Mel Brooks. I'm in show visit. And they let me in.
Yeah.
And I.
So you're an Oscar winner. We were just discussing the Oscars. I don't know if you were paying attention.
Yes, I am an Oscar winner. Mm-hmm. I'd like to thank.
Are you going to use yours for a doorstop? Still thinking.
My Oscar.
Where is your Oscar?
My Oscar. My Oscar's living in Detroit. Well.
In this film, High Anxiety, you sing, and I cannot judge whether that's good or not. But you write your own songs, you sing your own songs, you act your own films, you direct them, you write them.
Well, if you hire other people, you have to pay them money. Saves a few dollars when you do everything yourself. You know what I mean? They're the greatest people in the world. They have heart, they have soul, they have Tom. They
They have a joy, a joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre.
Yes. The French have a joie de vivre.
That's true.
Jews have a son, your son, the tall one. Believe it or not, I have brothers and a mother. Everybody in my family is about 4'3", 4'4".
Kidding.
I am called Stretch at home. An older appearance, to look like a person, you know? He's a silly kid. He's just really a silly kid. I really love you. I really love you.
Well, you know, you keep saying...
I really love you.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Really, this...
And I don't fall in love with guys, you know what I mean? I'm pretty tough myself. But every once in a while, a beauty comes along and... Professional singer. I'm not even a professional actor. I'm not a professional director. I am a professional tailor. Stand up. I'll show you. Take in here. He is nice. He is good. The crowd.
Very good.
Here we can make here, under the arms. I am, sit down.
Beautiful, thank you.
You just made a film in Yugoslavia.
Yes.
Is that not true?
That's true, sir.
Why would you go to Yugoslavia when can't you find locations in America that look like Yugoslavia? Oh, there's no time for you to answer that. We will be
I'm going to answer it anyway. I don't care about your stinking commercial.
We'll be right back. Would you like a piece of goat cheese?
Goat cheese? How so?
I have a piece for you.
I'd love. Where is it?
It's right here.
Is it really goat cheese?
Yeah, it's really good. Do you want to split it? It was in my lunch, and I know how you like goat cheese, and
I'll have a little bit.
I brought that for you. It's good, isn't it?
It's feta cheese.
It's what?
Feta, F-E-T-A, Greek cheese, goat cheese.
Did they have that in Yugoslavia when you were making your film?
Wood. We ate wood.
I see.
There was nothing to do at night. There was no fun. Tito had the car. I'm not going to help.
What's next, Mel? Come on.
No, I don't want to interfere.
You're not interfering. This is fun this way.
This is Susan Spot. This is Susan Spot.
No, this is Susan Blakely.
Oh, sorry. Spot, back. Now, but may I ask you some more questions? Honk? Honk. 2 hard-boiled eggs. Now, may I ask you some
Certainly.
questions? Yeah. What do you think of me? No.
Chapeau.
Okay. It's not the best one, but...
Will it do?
Sure.
Can you make do with that? I don't know why the 2,000-year-old man wears a cape.
It's the worst cape.
How many?
The worst.
Wonderful.
All right, I'm getting in character, I'm feeling it, I'm Jewish. All right.
Heard that you're married to the most beautiful woman in the world. Is that true, Mr. Brooks?
No, I'm married to Anne Bancroft. Ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful wife, my gorgeous wife, Anne Bancroft. I had no idea. I had no idea my wife was coming on, but it's always a pleasure to see my wife. Always. Because she earns a good salary, and I tell you that when you marry somebody, whether it's a boy or a girl, whatever you marry, you must make sure that they contribute to the financial pot of the house. They must contribute something. Just a smile is not enough. It's not enough. You have to chip in a few dollars, a few pennies. Chip in. She brings all her money home. Yes.
No cafeteria.
Yes, and I invest all her money into this pocket. Make sure it's...
He spoke like someone from the 1920s. He would talk about hobos. Yeah. And he would say my wife, a battle axe. Yeah. He talked in this way that was from a different time. I'm just an old lump of coal.
Some of my strongest material comes from real life.
Real life?
Like, for instance, today I was driving in a car. You were kind enough to bring a car to bring this old chunk of coal here to the studio.
We send cars for our guests, yes.
Yeah, so I got in it, and that's, I get material that way. So my driver...
What do you mean? How do you get material that way? You get in the car, and what happens?
My driver tells me a joke.
I'm scared now.
No, firstly, Conan, I'm thankful for the fine ladies who live across this country and leave pies on their windowsills. So an old chunk of coal like me might have a meal from time to time.
Okay.
I am going to return to my former sexual lifestyle.
Well, yeah, what's that?
It's trying to find a lady and convincing her to let me lie down on top of her.
That sounds so romantic, the way you describe it. I want to lie down on top of you and take a nap? What do you...
I'm just an old chunk of coal that likes the,
Old chunk of coal. Yeah. Likes S&M, apparently.
No, that's what I was just trying to... I'm getting back to just lying on top of a lady.
Okay, all right.
I play Geezer, who is me, actually. Geezer's just an old chunk of coal that, Thank you for having this old chunk of coal from the Ottawa Valley on your big city program.
We are so pleased to have you with us, Norm.
But my Merle Haggard was opening for him, And I'm just an old chunk of coal. And I like Merle.
I wrote a song later on called I'm Just an Old Chunk of Coal, but I'm going to be a diamond someday.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a lump of coal, but...
Everybody says lump of coal,
yeah,
but I like chunk.
Chunk sounds better.
It does, more masculine or something.
Down in Texas, they say chunk. Give me a chunk of that cake or a pie or something like that.
Morsel of coal.
Yeah.
Chunk.
Yeah,
chunk.
A chunk of
it. A lot of people...
I'm just an old chunk of coal now, Lord, but I'm going to be a diamond someday.
When they talk about that song, say lump of coal. I don't know if you know.
I know they do because that's a natural thing to say.
Yeah.
But it didn't sound good to me.
Briquette? No, but the reason I don't like lump of coal is it brings me right to a Christmas stocking. You know what I mean? That they
oh
put
my
lumps
God, he's
of
on
coal.
a roll.
No, but that is why I love chunk.
I know it's time to close my eyes to old ends, open up to new friends, leave my heart in Berlin where the tables turning, seeking out the